Hey everyone, welcome to May's Lug Life. I'm May. Today we're going to be talking about one of Lug's smallest and probably least expensive full-size items they have in their lineup right now, which is the Metro ID Pouch. And it is just that. It is meant for you to carry your identification because it's got this little clear view window so you can flash your identification through it. So I'm going to give you a review basically real quick. I found that it did not do a great job as an ID pouch. It didn't seem to show the ID the way I was hoping, so I ended up finding a whole bunch of other uses for it, which is great. So I will be showing you all the different ways that I found to use this little pouch, other than for identification, because it didn't work for me. So because I have so many of them, I really wanted to find a whole bunch of other different ways I could use it anyways. Even though I just had these two, and these were the ones I've been using pretty much the whole time. The other ones just got released not that long ago. I haven't used any of them. They also have tags on them, and the reason for that is because just in case I suddenly need a gift for someone, I've got a gift at the ready without having to worry. So they haven't been used until today, actually. They've all been sort of sitting in my cupboard, not being used. I've just used them for display purposes for today. Otherwise, they haven't been used. So, yeah, they're definitely brand new. So the other thing I'm going to mention is I am going to put the fact sheets for this product that I pulled directly off of Lug's website, which has, sorry, excuse me, pardon me, which has all of the measurements and all the different features that Lug has put on it. You might even see some of the other prints and the colors that come in this product that I don't have. I do not have all of them. I don't expect to get all of them. Yeah, you can get to have a look and see if there's something you want to purchase. So like I said, they're relatively inexpensive. These things have been around for a little while. I believe Lug has had this product in its lineup in some incarnation or other for a while. So you might be lucky enough to find older ones in other colors and with other quilting. And if you do, awesome. But right now I'm really glad they've got this product in all the newer colors in the bags they've got right now to match the things that we have right now. So I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the outside and inside very fast, because there's really not much to it. Just a rectangle. It is just big enough for a bunch of cards. There's that clear view window there to put your identification. There is gunmetal on both the key ring and the key and the zipper pull. Zipper is not super smooth. I know that if anyone has ever had a Lug, almost all of their products have like these buttery, silky smooth zippers that are just heaven. This is the one product I have felt where I don't love the zipper. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. I've never had a problem with it. I've never had it catch, but it's just not it's not the buttery standard that I'm used to having all of Lug's zippers meet. So that's that. There's also, just so you can see where the key ring is, there's a little loop where that key ring is, so you can take this off and put something else on there or loop this to something else. And there's also another small loop right here where the zipper pull is, so you can also use that as another place to loop something onto. So inside there's only one main compartment in this pocket, and then there's a small little flap here that actually takes you directly to where that little ID window is, where you can put your identification or anything you want facing out. So that's pretty much it. That's the tour. The colors here, just in case you're wondering, this is, I believe, rosewood red or contemporary rosewood red, depends on the bag. Olive green in the basket weave stitching, blush pink, navy, mystic bloom forest, wildlife black, wine, which I know you can't see too well, and the emerald teal, which is more it's more teal than emerald, just an FYI. If anyone's wondering about that color, it's definitely more teal. If I had to choose one, it's teal. It's not emerald. I'm not even sure why they called it emerald, but I guess because they're trying to avoid because I guess it could be bluey teal, and it's not that kind of teal. It's not a turquoise teal. It's more of it is greeny teal. Anyway, but it is teal for sure. So accenting the teal. Speaking of the whole, so if you're wondering why they all have tags still, these ones I've had for a while. I believe this is the one that that came out in the Christmas box 2020. I got these on Lug Live, Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, the gift thing. I just want to put out there real fast that because Christmas is around the corner, if you're looking for a really good gift for someone, or a gift for a teacher specifically, because I know those are always hard to get for, get one of these. As a teacher myself, and as someone who knows a gazillion teachers, I'm going to say right now, we get a lot of chocolate. Either we have allergies or we just don't need that much chocolate. There was a time we were getting a lot of candles. Those are great. And it's not like we don't love them and appreciate them, because we do. But there is always something really cool about getting something very, very different. And this would probably be something that would be so different. And it's, like I said, it's small, it's not that expensive. So even if the teacher has like a ton of stuff, this will fit easily in her life. It'll fit in her bag. It'll fit in any part of her life. And because they're fun and colorful, and teachers love getting really useful things, this is going to be something they're really, really going to love. You can put a little personalized note inside. You can put a small whatever inside. You can put a gift card in there if you want to give your teacher a gift card. It doesn't even have to be a lot. It can be like $5 just for a coffee. It's this that she's really going to like, or actually even he. Teachers love being organized. Teachers love having things that are useful. And I can tell you right now, they will lose it if they get one of these. So just in case you're looking for gift ideas. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the reasons why I don't really love this bag, other than I think I mentioned the zipper. It's not my favorite thing. So this one I've got full. This one has 11 cards inside, 10 here, and then there's the 11th one where the flap is. So right there in the ID part, that's where that 11th one is. So it's really big. It's got lots of space. And it's great. So I love that. I love that it's actually bigger than you think. And I'm going to show you all the different other things I've put in it, because it does carry a fair bit. But as far as an ID thing, I found that it didn't really work so well, because if you can see, there's a border around the entire clear view window. So here already you can see that there's obstruction. So if the card slips down or slips off to the side or pulls up, it's going to get, a part of the card is going to get obstructed behind that little border that goes all around that window. So if you happen to have the kind of ID that, you know, there's certain things that are written all the way to the bottom, to the top, and to the side, you're going to be missing part of that information when you're just flashing this card at someone as you're going through somewhere. So if you're just needing to flash it, it's a bit of a pain, because part of it is going to get obstructed and hidden behind the border here. Sorry about the sound, is my automatic cat feeder going. Anyway, so it depends on where your, I guess, all the information on your card is. I use this when I went to Costco. I want something where I could just walk in, flash the card, and go in. 2 times I wasn't able to just flash it. They asked me to pull it out because they either couldn't see what it was because it was so hidden, or they couldn't see that it was for sure a Costco card, because, like I said, so there was so much hidden, and I didn't flash the back of it. But definitely every single time except for once, when I went to pay, they wanted me to take this out because they couldn't scan the barcode. So it really depends on where the information that is necessary for whomever it is who has to see the card in the pouch. If it's just like a loyalty card like this, and you know, you can finagle it so that maybe the code is just in view, you might be able to. But the problem is, even if I sort of organized it so that I could do that, as I started using the things inside and started moving, and as it went in and out of my bag, it kept slipping. So unless there's a way you can prop it up, or unless you've got this thing packed, and this thing doesn't move anymore, you are going to have problems with the card sliding inside the pocket. So it didn't really stay where it was supposed to, and it didn't function as an ID window the way I hoped, because I wanted to be able to walk in and say, "Hi, it's me," and then let me through. But every time I had to unzip it, find the flap, pull it out, stick it back in, re-sanitize my hands, because it's pandemic right now. So, or at least was when I was originally using this, and you know, that was back when we still were sanitizing everything. So it was just a pain in the butt. So it didn't do what I was hoping it was going to do. So I ended up finding a whole bunch of other uses for them. So I'm going to take you on a sort of, I'm just going to show you all the different ways that I've used it. Oh, the other thing that I also found, just so you know, it does fit inside the smallest of bags and the smallest of pockets. So all of Lug's bags, all those little pockets that exist, you can actually put a whole bunch of these into one Metro. So I think the swing is pretty small. Obviously that Metro will fit. I was able to get the Metro in, I was able to get 3 Metros into my coupes. when I was using them, and it was easy peasy because they were thin, they were small. It acted almost like organization. So the coupes don't have a whole lot of organization. Most of these little smaller bags don't. So if you need a little bit of extra, just throw a Metro in there. It's great with the coupe because of the east-west orientation that they both have. So you can actually throw them in and just use them inside and zip them without having to take them out. So I was able to get 3 in there, and it didn't destroy the profile. It didn't make it too bulky or too heavy. And I just had like my cards in one, my cash in the other, and like whatever my day's necessities were, be it tampons or you know, essential oil rollers, whatever that day required, would go into another pouch. And just because this thing, the coupe rather, didn't offer a whole lot of organization except for that back privacy pocket, so it just gave me an extra little bit of organization when I was out and about. So I'm going to talk about the reasons why I love this bag. And why I'm so glad that Lug has this in its lineup, and at the same time, as I show you all different things that are inside. The fact that it's so inexpensive, because I believe I got this one or these two for, I think, like $9.60 on Lug Live US, and they retail for about $15 Canadian. So if you are trying to, you want to buy something that's Lug, but you don't have a lot of funds, you've spent for the month or whatever it is, you're still in Lug jail, or you're just limited on funds for whatever reason, then you can actually, you know, still buy a couple of little things and still feel like you're having some fun and not feel like you're completely left out of the whole Lug game. The other reason why I like it is because it's not expensive, because the price point is relatively low. It allows you to be able to make your minimum $100 purchase. That's a tampon, for those of you not sure. This is those compact tampons. So that's a regular one. Just so you know, I was able to fit 5 of these into here with like a couple of panty liners or one smaller pad. It does fit really, really well. And this is just one of those poopery things that I caught a couple of Christmases ago. It made me laugh, so I bought 3 of them because they were on sale after Christmas. They fit perfectly. So this is like my little emergency kit. Just made me laugh because I forgot what I put in here. Anyway, so yeah, so if for some reason you're trying to make that $100 minimum to get the free shipping, so you bought, so there's an amazing bag that's on for, I don't know, $79, and you're like, oh, I wish I could get it, but now to pay for shipping. Well, you don't have to necessarily if you can actually get 2 of these and you throw them in, and then you've got your minimum purchase, and you've just got yourself 2 extra little Lug items as well. And they can be used either for gifts, like I said, for other people. So so it's like the price point that you could actually buy for people. If you know someone that you don't really want to dedicate, you know, $100 to or $80 to, but they're still worth something and you want to give them something, then this is the perfect price point. You're definitely not going to break the bank if you are, sorry, I'm looking for something here. If you're trying to find someone a gift, you're going to be able to afford one of these, and maybe something small, like maybe a piece of jewelry or something like that as well. So there we go. This is what I was looking for. This is my little makeup kit that I used a couple times. So yeah, so if you're trying to make that $100 minimum for free shipping, then you can do so. You can get your bag and get 2 extra little pouches, and it would cost you the same amount of just paying for shipping straight up. And then you've got 2 little extra items, or 3, or whatever it is. Same with Lug Live. You try to make that $100 minimum. They often have these for $10, not for $15. So it's actually, you know, it's really, really worth it for you to just make the difference in whatever the price is, so that you can actually get the free shipping on top of whatever you're buying. I'm just going to talk about these really, really quickly. I've really made a mess there. These are essential oil rollers. So I live with these. These are from Sage, S-A-J-E. I think it's a Canadian company. I'm not sure if they're in the States, but I get headaches all the time. And I have to have this with me everywhere I go. This is not this one. There's the peppermint halo one, which is, I love it. And I have to have that one. So when I travel anywhere, I have to have it. This is the one because it's empty. So, this is a great place to put them because it's a little bit padded. These are glass bottles, so you can hear them clang in there, and it keeps them really, really still and safe in there. So I can put 3 of the larger ones in, and where's the other one? And you can put, if you happen to have the smaller ones, The 6 milliliter ones, those ones were the 10, the larger ones. The 6 milliliter ones, you can put 4 in. So that's the 6 milliliter ones. And you can put those in there as well. So just so you can see how well everything fits in there. So like I said, so it gives you a chance to be able to afford a few little lug bags and not kill yourself financially. It allows you to be able to, you know, make that $100 minimum if you're trying to make that $100 minimum to get free shipping. And the other thing I love is that it allows you to maybe try out different colors and different prints that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise, because, you know, maybe the prints would be just a little too loud for you if you had a full-size bag. But maybe you really, really like this color. So for me, for example, I really quite love the colors in the Mystic Bloom Forest, but I wasn't sure if this was going to be something I wanted to carry on my shoulder all the time. It was possibly going to be a little bit loud, I thought. So when I saw this in the Metro, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm glad I got it in something small, because I do love it. I love the colors. I love seeing the, I'm just going to show you the inside liners as well. So I love seeing what they have on the inside as well. So it gets to show you the inside liner to get a really good close-up view. So without breaking the bank and without taking up a whole lot of space, so if you live in a small condo or whatever it is like I do, or you've run out of space in your lug storage, these take up very, very little space. And if you still want the thrill of being able to purchase something, then it does allow you to purchase, you know, some lug without actually breaking the bank and without taking up a whole lot of extra space, so that you can still, yeah, have some fun lugs while you're saving up for the next one or waiting for the next amazing love of your life to show up in the lineup. And the third reason why is because, yeah, I get to have, you know, like a whole bunch of different things that allow me to be able to touch the fabric. So it's almost like getting samples, if that makes any sense. I can feel it. I can see it. I can see the sheen. I can sort of see what it looks like in the day. I can have this and compare it to all the little other bags that I have and all the other prints I have. So I can kind of go, oh, okay, so this is what emerald teal looks like. And now when I see an emerald teal on the website, I go, okay, I have it. I can see what this looks like now. So it's almost like having my own little swatch army that I can use for other things one day as well, as opposed to just looking on the website. Because these days everything is online. We're only buying things on, you know, on the website, or we're buying things on Lug Live, and it's really hard to get a really good sense of the fabric and the colors, because the lighting is always going to be different. So this way you can actually have, you know, maybe one of everything, or at least one of all the different colors that you think you're going to like, and it doesn't cost you a ton. And then you've got this lovely little pouch, and if you absolutely hate it, if you get it, you're like, oh, did not expect it to look like that, you can gift it. And like I said, the price point is just the right amount that you can give it to someone who you don't necessarily, you know, want to spend a ton of money on. So like, you know, your mail carrier, the crossing guard, or whatever it is, you're not going to buy them like a $50 bag, although you might, which is awesome if you can. But this allows you to be able to give them like a little pouch and maybe a gift card, or a little pouch and, I don't know, whatever it is, that small little thing that you know that they like, and tie a bow around the whole thing, and off you go, without even having to like put it in a bag or wrap it or anything like that. You know, just tying a beautiful ribbon around it, around this would be amazing. You could even tie a little bow around the little key ring, and hang your gift card or your little gift tag off of that. I mean, that would be so pretty for giving a gift to Christmas. So yeah, it's a great product. I'm really glad that they have this in their lineup. Like I said, because it's so inexpensive and it's so small, it's so handy, so versatile. It can do so many different things, except for be an ID pouch, which is weird. But anyways, that's just my personal opinion. So anyways, if I had to ask Lug to make to make any changes, I would say make this clear view window a whole lot bigger. I realize that you probably want that reinforcement and something to sew that onto, but I don't know if there's a way to make that on the outside by itself. And I know that, you know, having the border around the back sort of gives it more print and it gives it a little bit more extra. But the fact that I can't see my entire card in that clear view, is kind of annoying, and it kind of defeats the purpose to me for calling it an ID window, unless of course your ID happens to be the exact right dimensions that will fit perfectly in that little window, and and it won't slide around in that pocket. So anyway, so that is my review, and that's sort of what I think of it. Tell me if you have any other thoughts on this product, or how other things have gone in here for you, like other uses that you found that work for you. Leave that in the comments below. Stay tuned for the fact sheets at the end. I hope that was helpful for you. I know it's kind of weird to give a review on a thing that really has one zipper and one compartment, but like I said, I kind of wanted to give the review because I felt like this thing did not perform as an ID pouch as well as I had hoped, but yet I was still able to find a ton of other great uses for it, so I didn't regret the purchase at all. So that's it. Like I said, hope it was helpful. Hope that this was a useful bit of info for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.